pickup and White wants to throw it. Finds his big tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. With the catch, it's Jordan. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period.
That's the end of the first quarter. Buffalo 7, UAB 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone. Line showing press coverage. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, what a good job by the pass rush. Get into the QB and put the lick on him as he's throwing the football. That's what you want. It doesn't matter about sacks. You got to get quarterback hits.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, UAB. Lining up to add another. And it's up and good. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Quick completion to the right. Giving him his pads. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt. You throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense? Scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football and creating a negative play.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They go to the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Back to pass, it's Braxton. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try along. Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juice. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quickly complete. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Blazers are in the hurry-up. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They'll throw it on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, UAB. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important.
Oh, look out! The 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
And that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buffalo.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Only 10 seconds remaining here in the first half as they put it in play, 1st and 10. White going to attack through the air. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Buffalo 17, UAB 14.
The Bulls will line up to kick off and start the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Field before he's finally stopped. They'll throw it on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. It's complete. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. Quick timeout by the defense. Make sure everyone has the same call. And the Blazers are threatening on first and goal. White wants to throw it. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Blazers. They take the lead with the 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Boy, he wasn't far from taking that one a long way as they get him stopped on the return at the 45. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Fires and picked off. Takes it the other way. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires the pass, intercepted. Taking it the other way. The 20. Touchdown, Buffalo. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick-6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Touchdown, UAB. And they take it in for 6 more points. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching his defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And the extra point is good, and they have a 28-24 lead. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
On the option. Now the toss. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
And he's... will not get there. A 4th down stop.
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that 4th down, guys. That was a designed quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage, but just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free. You just can't do a better job than the defense did on that 4th down.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's open on the right. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. White going to attack through the air. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, UAB.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
Instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. He wants to throw. On the run, fires downfield. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
And back to the air on second down. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Don't you just love the big boys? When the big boys up front do their job and create a great pocket, and the quarterback has time now to survey the field and take shots down the field and make huge plays.
They're bringing heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. The inside handoff. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
He's tackled on the play at the 23. Brings up 3rd down.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd down, he drops the throw.
And listen, the quarterback drops back. He's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Pressure coming. Going to try to get it himself. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with a loss.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Blazers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.